Hello, I am Sean Sands. It's Hearts of Iron 4. We are back creating our fledgling German democracy. We are pursuing the monarchy compromise, which will put public elections into place. We'll gain natural spirit and stability and base stability and all kinds of stuff. Not all kinds of stuff. Some stuff. Some stuff. We have nice stability. We have war support should we need it. We have political power. We have phones. Phones are great. Wanted to see also. I did a little bit of looking up of what the command power is used for, and it can't be used. Yeah, for like send attaché. That was another one, which would result in higher military cooperation, give us a benefit in developing our strength. So I'm assuming this would add to our army experience. I'm not sure I want to do it for 100 political power. Political powers become increasingly the real blocker here. I mean, because we obviously use it to do our loss of government and all this stuff, but also these decisions often require military, or not military power, but political power. So more and more political power is good. What is region-wide industrial integration? Adds a building slot to Hanover. That's it? Okay, well, that's nice. Talk to me about supply. I just kind of wanted to look at this for a second. We might consider doing... No, we're at full infrastructure in our capital, which is a big thing. Well, we'll go ahead and start. We're just kind of clicking off some time a bit here, letting the world take shape. Wanted to go check out what everybody else has done or is doing. So support the right. Okay, wait. Nationalist and which way are they heading? They're not going with Britain, so it does not. They aren't joining. They could join the common. Nope, they're not joining the common toward. So they're not going toward a communist angle, but they also don't seem to be going toward. They're not building their own faction. Interesting. They could be the aggressors, end up being the aggressors on the continent. That's interesting. And we can't see what they've already got, right? Because we just don't have the ability to do that. What about the UK? What's it going towards? Fortify Malta. So, yeah. That seems to be also a more aggressive path. They still have their overlordship of India, right? Yeah, the British Raj. Okay, interesting. And the U.S., we know the U.S. did the Pax Americana. Bureau of Ships. Okay, that's kind of dull. I mean, that's basically the U.S., though, in this game. The first bit of it is staggeringly dull. The Soviets are going for found the PCDI. Okay. They have a lot of directions they can go from there. We picked up our special forces. It's 1938. We are working on our land doctrine already. Go ahead and get encryption too. Let's just take care of all this stuff sooner rather than later. Formation fighting. So we got our air doctrine. Air support mission efficiency. Yeah, we'll keep doing that path. 1938 is a pretty good time for us to be doing that. We're recruiting a bunch of divisions. We have some about to pop. We're still behind, I assume, on... Well, now motorized has really become an issue. Tanks are still behind. Yeah, we need to ramp up production. Material designer gives us what? Weapons and equipment research time, I think I kind of want. planes in reserve. High command. Nothing here. I mean, we will want Rommel. What happened to Rommel? Didn't we have him in a... Yeah, he's right here. Does that take him out of command of our panzers if we do that? Let's find out. No, he's fine. Okay. Let those just hang out in reserve for now. The JG1 OEASAU. I don't even know what those are. Okay. All right. What's Poland up to? Defensive focus. Nothing staggeringly. We could hit the liberalism, authoritarianism. We'll have to just keep an eye on them. Okay, so interesting. France is interesting here. Support the right. I'm interested to see. Hopefully, when we get our decryption upgrade, maybe we can take a look and see what France has done in the past. Our monarchy, the right ascendant in France, following close to pause, lots of stuff. Okay, monarchy compromise. Following the close to 2 decades of political turmoil, the people of France feel they have yet to regain what was lost in the Great War. The French established and they set their sights on reconstructing the French state and reestablish French greatness. These political reforms are strengthening the power of the state and the army, with the French people convinced by Edouard Daladier's promise of greatness. Tragic development for the Third Republic. Election. Public opposes rearmament. In the upcoming election, support for Zentrum is still high, the people having confidence in Konrad Adenauer's leadership. However, the party's pursuit of increasing Germany's focus on military matters has not been entirely popular with the public, with a significant segment, I knew as that went down, of the citizens considering this ill-advised jingoism. War is yet to reach our border, and few would like to see Germany take aggressive action. Cooperating with other major parties who share our concern for the safety of the nation, we will still be able to rule after the election, albeit with diminished support. So we can change the economy law to early mobilization, which is 30% civilian factory construction, 30%. Factory consumer good factories 30%, civilian factory construction speed -10, or we lose a little bit of base stability and a little bit of base war support. Our stability is really good. Our war support's really good. I don't want to give up. I mean, I want democracy, but I still kind of want to I want to, you know, do my thing. No. I'm gonna go suck an egg. And we're Germany. We're just Germany. It's just Germany now, you guys. We're not a junta. We're not alpha Nazi psychos. Just Germany. Check it out. We are Germany. We will continue down this path. National spheres, communism important. Do we want to go with the brain drain first, or do we want to start? I want to start pulling together. I want to start pulling together our alliance. Yeah, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. We can get research later. Okay, back to it. So what did France do now? Right-wing rhetoric. That is not great for us. So right-wing rhetoric they're turning into fascists. They're going to be the leader of the France is going to lead the Axis, essentially. Builds fascism support in Spain, Japan, and Italy. We lose opinion of France, as is the Soviets. Interesting. I thought it was going to be the Soviet Union that's going to be our big enemy here, and yet somehow it's still France, because it's just always France. How far are they from being able to start a war? Yeah, I know planes. Army of aggression. They could do next. Are they? How much fascist are they now? Go away. Stop it. They are still mostly democratic. So there's still a ways from that, but they are growing increasingly fascist. Oh, France. It didn't have to be like this. Of course it had to be like this. How else could it go? Yep, we'll grab Blitzkrieg, because obviously we'll grab Blitzkrieg. We'll do some civilian factories. Great, we have repaired almost all our stuff, which is awesome. Now we need some military factories. Actually, where is our we have 3 of 3 here. We should increase infrastructures. I remember, I think, how much is this is oil? I think I read or heard that increasing infrastructure increases output in a region. So Hanover is 10 of 10. 10 out of 10, very good Hanover. Would Hanover again. So maybe let's increase infrastructure in Mosland. Why are these under? Oh, that we still have that infrastructure damage. Maybe we put infrastructure in Saxon and Mosland. Let's see if that does anything. 3 of 3, 9 and 9. So let's do infrastructure in Saxon and Mosland. Good. Okay. I will be interested to see if that increases. Well, and let's also look at this one. So even if we don't increase oil, because if it's only like 10% at best, it probably won't be that. We still wouldn't add any oil, but we might add steel, maybe even rubber. Both of those are good. Okay. Interesting. France. Why you gotta be this way? England has moved to... Okay, they're obviously focused on their navy. Okay, everything's kind of chill, kind of cool. Now we can do some military factories. Let's pull them back from the front line of France, just in case. Sweet, we got better decryption. And we're coming up on the end of 1938, so we can go ahead and start doing 1939. I think we will go ahead and upgrade our MP3-8s. Oh, wait a minute. Infantry equipment 1. We still don't have infantry equipment 2. When do we get that? Is that where we get infantry equipment 2? Yeah, that must be infantry equipment 1, and that'll be infantry equipment 2. Okay. Do we have... Okay, now we can see. All right, so they went... Yep. Revive Versailles. Naval focus. They really haven't upgraded their industries very much, so they haven't done military factories. They haven't gotten the extra research slots, which is nuts. England has done their limited rearmament track, which makes sense, and then Commonwealth ties. Not a lot of allied stuff here, and not a lot of home defense stuff. Okay, interesting. What about Italy? What's Italy been up to? They're doing the extra research slot. That improves our encryption. They've industrialized. They haven't really gone down this area here. So they're leaving a lot of their options open. 1939. Actually, I want to swing back over here for 1939. We want to increase our advanced equipment conversion speed, production cap. Let's just get the factory output. I know there's a couple of things there with factory output. our navy. Got a lot of subs. Even chill a little bit more on those subs, I think. Start pumping out light cruisers a little more. We're never going to be the British, but I don't think we're going to go to war with the British, frankly. Manpower's getting high, low. Good. We'll go back to more of this stuff. Let's not just pump out more regular troops. Or not a ton of them. I don't know. We need motorized. Yeah, we gotta start getting more motorized in the mixed. The fall of Nanjing, capital of the Republic of China, has been occupied by forces from the Empire of Japan, despite fierce resistance, etc., etc. We have tons of infantry equipment. I want to redistribute some of it. And we're almost full up on light tanks. So let's take it easy on the light tanks. Put a little in there. Pull back a little bit on this. And let's start working on our motorized needs. And that's 35 of 35. We'll go with that for now. We have decisions available. I don't think we're going to do anything. Realize European unity. Ooh, we should go for this. So we will need control all French states in Europe. That's interesting. Okay. How do you do that without being super aggressive? Is that possible? I don't know. Great Red Menace coming up. We're at peace. Current ruling parties, communists and Soviets, and they've caused less than 15%. We have caused less than 15% world tension. So we didn't notice this. Konrad Adenauer is now our head of state, presumably a democratically elected president? I don't know. We have Wilhelm III, which increases stability, national revitalization, which gives us repair speed and consumer good factories minus 20% through the end of most of this year. So we're going to need to take advantage of those factories while we have them. And what we should do is build a lot more factories during that time. Treaty with the USSR. Wait, what? Oh, okay. We bypassed the ability to do treaty with the USSR because we speak out against the Soviet Union. The Great Red Menace is completed. Okay, I was misreading that for a second. The German government has stepped up its rhetoric against the Soviet Union, warning that Europe's eastern neighbor is a great red menace that looms over the continent. Whether it is fear-mongering or has a basis in fact is disputed, but it certainly seems like the Germans are aiming to unite the continent against the East. In which case, we now move to build our coalition. And we will begin the Central European Alliance. Yeah, can't do it. Bulwark, we have to get to bulwark against Bolshevism. And this requires both of those. So now we need to do these things before we can move forward. That's only 35 days. Siam joins the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Soviet Union smooths relations has made a concerted effort to alleviating the concerns of European nations. With the public announcement, they have claimed they do not have any hostile intentions. Hope that their restrained reaction to the belligerent German rhetoric will speak for them. Oh, I see. The Soviet Union. This is no longer China, it's Yunnan. Interesting. They're going down a path of power struggle, though still at war with everybody. Japan is still fighting this war. Who is in their coalition? So Japan has sort of essentially got their own coalition now. We have Factories doing nothing. Oh, I have military factories doing nothing. That's a new feeling that I enjoy. We're not going to build a lot more infantry equipment because we are going to upgrade that soon-ish. There's an argument to be made that we build more fighters, but I think... No. Motorized still seems the way to go, although we could use some more support equipment and some more light artillery. Let's go ahead and support equipment's always good. Go ahead and pop a couple of support equipment. And then I want to make a decision at that point. Fan Prussian militarism. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I was like, I don't remember France having that one. They're building military factories. Germany is, yep, doing their navy thing. Soviets, the new Soviet man. That's over here, right? No, it's down here. Kamikaze strikes. Interesting. Interesting, by the way, the music has changed. Like, it's not the, oh, free civilian factories. We will make more civilian factories. Did we make those infrastructure updates? No, we're still working on them, so I'm not going to look till we're done with those. Kind of want to pop more panzer divisions. I'll add one more unit. I realize that'll be challenging to keep up with as far as the manufacturing capacity goes. I think we will go ahead and get industrial research time. It's going to be another kind of quiet episode, but I feel like the tensions are rising again, interestingly. We do have Fan Prussian militarism. So that gave us minus training time. Oh, it increased our recruiting population. That's good. Oh, I should definitely. Why am I not doing that? Yeah, get that. Oh, we sort of synergized the building speed with our bonus for 1939. We'll get a couple of months out of it, but not nearly as much as we should have gotten. That was a mistake. That was an error, plain and simple. I need more army experience because I want to change up our divisions relatively soon. Okay, good. Let us keep making civilian factories. Just ramp up that civilian factory production. Okay, everything's going in the right direction. We almost got all of our tanks, which is cool. Support equipment will be soon. Need more motorized. Okay. I think it's more civilian factories just right now while we have the bonus going for us. We can think about infrastructure as well. Oh, yeah, so let's check. Nope, not resistance. Okay, it does increase. It didn't increase our oil because the percent didn't increase. It looks like it increased this like 6% or something. This went up about 10 or 15%. But it does increase our production nicely. So that does, I mean, that's a benefit. It's not going to be a huge benefit oil-wise unless we just build a lot more synthetic oil refineries, which we might do in these two provinces, Saxon, Hessen, and Hanover. Are good places. Oh, speaking of which, let's build a bunch more over here. Oh, we've used up the building slots there, but we can do it in Hanover, so I think we'll build in Hanover. Because that does already have the max infrastructure. And we can unlock more of these building slots in time. So I'm not that worried about it. Okay, it came back. Our music came back. Another 30 days or so, and we will, not even 30, like 1 day till we had our national focus group. Now we'll get Bulwark against Bolshevism, factory output, dockyard output. Wow, it's just join mutual assistance block. Okay. So Communist China is up here. That mutual, it's all the little ones, right? It's just China and Communist China and the mutual. Okay, I see what's happening. So this is now China again. They're having a complicated time as they slowly, painfully lose this war against Japan. It's sort of inevitable unless they can line up with the Comintern somehow. Military, that's just, I don't, doesn't seem like it's going to go well for them. Okay. Let's hold off for a second. I want to get some more of our 1939 upgrade benefits. So I think it is time to... Panzer III. Yeah, I do want that, don't I? But I won't be able to upgrade my divisions very much. Can also upgrade my support companies. 1939 is a big year. I do want the Panzer III. Ah, nice. We'll think about getting that research slot at some point. Was this a 35-day one or 70-day one? So our Soviet Union partnership will continue to suffer. We're back up to almost 1 million manpower, which is nice. Trade. Do we not have any shortfalls anymore? No, we do. We must. Oh, there. Let's not do any with the Soviets and see if we can get it all from the U.S. Does that leave us in a shortfall at all? Uses 20 convoys. Shinkang and yeah, so too little too late, I fear, but they're trying to pull together some resistance to the Japanese invasion, which just continues right at pace. I mean, yeah, it's just that's not gonna be the difference maker. The Soviets still don't have Mongolia and Tenatuva, so just basically the way they start, and they have a non-aggression pact with Germany. Interesting. What's France working on now? Okay, so they're shifting it up a bit. They're leaving their options open over here. They didn't go as far as, okay, nice. That's still not enough. They didn't go as far as the army aggression. France first. They can create factions. Woo Italy. Yeah, their ruling party, they probably would still go that way, but their ruling party is still not fascist. Yeah, it's growing though rapidly. Like it was nothing a while back, and now it's almost 33%. UK quietly doing the Navy? No, industry, but still. And we're just really trying to ramp up our production here more than anything else. I'm not even that focused. I mean, we will get focused on our military soon. That we have to keep in mind we don't have infinite manpower here by any means. But got a lot of good construction going on. Thuringian's almost topped off on its civilian factories. And then I think next we will start doing some more military factories. And we are going to keep that here mostly in... I'm not going to do Moslin as much because I want to get oil out of there. Nice. Good couple there. Very good. We've been clipping along pretty fast here. Do I want them to be... Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. Oh, are they... Oh, they're creating their own faction. Qing China. Bulwark against Bolshevism. There's no outcome for us that does not risk yet more oppression of the Polish people. Following Poland's distancing from the international community, Polish politicians have been pursuing the idea of a power between the seas. The hope is to create an alliance stretching from the Baltic to the Black Sea. Their stated priority remains to reinforce their position against threatening influences to both the east and west. To this end, Poland is seeking closer bonds with their neighbors in the Baltic. Nobody wants to be best friends with Germany. I'm really sad. Now we do create the Central European alliance. All right. Which I think we'll pick up in the next episode. Turn that to 4. Yeah. So it's a quiet Europe, but a tense Europe. Like this feels very much to me like Cold War. Like we just skipped World War II and went straight to the Cold War, and everybody's picked up sort of different roles. Germany very much trying to be the alliance builder, the builder of coalition builder. France taking a much more sort of aggressive posture. The Soviets being very diplomatic about things. And the UK is doing the UK thing. Don't get me wrong, the UK is just on their whole UK Navy BS that they do. And God knows what Italy will end up doing. But anyway, I find this strategic, not tactically, but strategically interesting. I realize it may not be the most sort of bombastically exciting thing, but hopefully you're enjoying it. I sure am. Anyway, until next time, as always, my name is Sean Sands. Thank you for joining me for Hearts of Iron 4. We will see you again real soon.